Hello there, everybody. We have a wonderful surprise today. We are going to be walking in a Christmas Winterland. So, I was getting ready to start up for our next episode. I was planning on going ahead and maybe finishing off some achievements and all that. And come to find out, I have been surprised with a new live event that SCS Software has put out. So our plans have drastically changed. Let's start out by going over what it is this new event is. It is for the Christmas season, as we are in the Christmas season here. I've got the live event page pulled up here. It is called Christmas Winterland, as my horrible singing said before. But let's go ahead and go through what is involved in this. So, individual goals involve deliveries to and from these depots, and I'll get to what the depots are in a second. You gotta do 15 deliveries to those depots, either to or from, and there are 5 different types of depots, and you need to make at least one delivery to each of those types. So what are these depots? They are 5 depots where you can deliver inside of this special world. Now, I haven't actually seen this yet. I've just read about it, and I figured out how to get started on the event so that I wouldn't be floundering around when we get to it. So using external contracts with World of Trucks connected profile. This is kind of interesting. It's a cross-game event. We can either do these things in Euro Truck Simulator 2 or American Truck Simulator, or both. So that's kind of interesting. The community is to deliver supplies and gift packs to and from Christmas Winterland, using as many cities as possible. So inside of this place called Winterland, there's 5 depots, and it's we got a Christmas market, Marigolds, North Star, Rudolph's Crafts, and Snowy Peaks, and these are each different types of markets. Personal goal, as I said, is to complete 15 deliveries for them, including at least one delivery to each. Doesn't say that the deliveries need to necessarily be from 15 different cities. I'm kind of curious about that. Like, if I do 3 deliveries from the same city, is that going to count 3 times? Because they do mention as many cities as possible up here. So I'm kind of curious about that bit. And then there's this whole thing based on the number of deliveries done in each city. If you do 1,000 deliveries at a certain city, you will get a snowflake. And this is community goals, by the way. We're not doing 1,000 deliveries ourselves. And you can have up to 5 snowflakes in any given city. And we are trying to, as a community, earn 1,000 snowflakes total. And then they've got these tiers for the different rewards. So as we get each 200 snowflakes that are earned, we earn a gift, which I think is various cabin accessories. And then if the whole thing is done, you get a paint job. And then the personal reward is probably, what does it get me? It gets us an achievement, and the paint job is for the personal reward. So yeah, the community stuff is just the cabins. So yeah, so this was a great little surprise. So we're gonna actually be spending time working on this. Now, we are going to be able to work this together with the Cruising Kansas events, because we will be able to deliver to the different cities in Kansas, and from the different cities in Kansas as part of this. So we're gonna figure out a way to get the Kansas and Christmas events working together. Today I just actually fast traveled over to, I think I'm in Hayes right now, because I was looking for somewhere that had a Walmart in it, for getting started. I don't think it actually matters where you start from, but I knew that this place was going to work. So for now, we're just using a city. We're not going to do any advancements in the Kansas stuff today. We're just going to stick to this since it's new. We'll figure out everything we can about it. I guess my understanding, reading the website, is we're supposed to pick up some cargo, and then a portal is going to open, and we're actually going to end up like hopping to another dimension or something. So it's all pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, like I said, I didn't I did not pick up a job here because the jobs that involve this, you don't go to the job market from the main menu. If you go here, you don't see anything related to those locations, those special markets they're taking. So I'm going to show you what you got to do in order to start this event. All right, so we are sitting right outside a Welbert in Hayes, and we're right over here by the job icon. And so this is how we're going to get started with this new event. We're gonna let's get the speed up there. All right, so we're going to pull up here, and we're going to go ahead and go to the job offers from here. And we go to external contracts, and what we should see is, here we go. See this Christmas festive honey that goes to Marigolas. And what else do we got? We've got, these are all regular jobs. We don't care about those. Okay, so it looks like we actually only have one. But it talks about the 5 different depots. They each had a different name. Marigolas is the chocolate factory. And then they had various other ones. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to take this job. Looks like we're going to earn 4,000. Yeah, land distance 60 miles. So this is, okay, yeah, see I highlighted this, and we got these little swirls here and here that show up. These, I think, are the portals that we're supposed to head to. So we're going to take that, and we're going to begin the delivery. I'm assuming we need to go and pick up the trailer. All right, yep. We just head over here, pick up the trailer like anything else, and then there's going to be something to do with these portals. And like I said, we're going to figure this out. We're going to do it live, as they say. We're gonna figure it all out. Where is the trailer? There it is. Oh, all right. Hold it. I'm gonna pull forward. I gotta get a picture of this thing. It's amazing. Let's go into photo mode. Yeah. Look at this bad Johnny. All right, I'm gonna take a few photos of different places as we go through here. I don't know what this Christmas Winterland's gonna look like either, but all right, let's grab that. And I like that design. That's really nice. Okay, we're gonna back up and pick this up. All right, there we go. All right, we're hooked up. Now I think we should be able to go out this way. And now we're going to go ahead and look for this portal. Usually I edit out looking at the maps and things like that, but let's go ahead and take a look at this map together. All right, so I see this little swirly here. There's several swirlies over here. My assumption is that we can go to any one of these. So I'm just going to we're going to go to this one right here. It's, what is that? 37 miles away. So we're just going to go straight down that road, and we're going to see what there is at the other end of this thing. I'm kind of excited about this. This was really what was that, loan installment? Yeah, this was a cool little surprise. I had a whole plan for the episode worked out. I do have a lot of interesting things to talk about with the channel and some suggestions from people and other various things. Am I taking the wrong turn? I am going the wrong way. Whoops. Well, let's just do a U-turn. Yeah, so hopefully we'll still get to talk about that stuff while I'm driving, but our focus is going to be this winter thing. And it looks like it's a pretty short drive, so maybe we'll do 2. I think we'll go ahead and do 2 today. Well, that should have plenty of time. But yeah, as far as the channel's going, we've had a little bit of a little micro growth spurt. I have gotten up over 50 subscriptions. I set these little mini goals for myself for growth. Just, you know, I like to have something that I'm working towards. Oops, that's too bad. I like to have little goals that I work towards, but I like the goals to be small, achievable things that don't take too long. So something that I can get done hopefully in a week or whatever, and isn't too time consuming or too major, but is still something that's kind of important. So the latest mini goal that I had set is to hit 50 subscriptions. I had gotten to like 25, and then I was like, all right, now I want 50 subscriptions, and we just hit that. So that was great. I'd actually gotten 15 new subscriptions over the course of 2 days or something like that. It was pretty cool. But now the next mini goal is 100 subscriptions to hit that 3 digits. So that's pretty cool. The other nice stuff that's starting to happen is that there's a lot more comments. You guys are starting to get involved a little bit more, which is great. That's what I was really hoping would happen, is that this whole thing would kind of turn into a great conversation. I'm getting a lot of good tips around playing the game and setting up. I talked about a couple of mod suggestions that I'd gotten last episode. This time I'd gotten a suggestion about some way that you can flick your stick to be able to look out that right-hand window, which might let me get rid of the mirror. You know, I'm trying to eliminate that big fake mirror in the upper right-hand corner, but I can't get it to work, so I got to look into that a little bit more. I guess there's supposed to be a really fast way to do that. I do know, you know, like just hit that B button on my controller will snap it back like this. So I gotta see that. I also gotta make sure that doing this doesn't give viewers motion sickness, because I know, like, if you move around too much, it can be kind of uncomfortable to watch. It's not bad when you're playing because you understand that it's going to happen, but so I don't want to make my viewers motion sick either. So I was also talking with someone about getting a wheel. So I play with this, you know, my Xbox. This is for my Xbox Series S that I got. So it's just a controller. It's I think this is way better than using a keyboard. I hate driving with a keyboard. And I think this is actually pretty good. It's a nice way to play. But a wheel and pedals, that's the dream. You know, I really would like to get one of those at some point. And a shifter to start clutching and driving fully manual, because I love to drive. So experiencing a much more realistic driving experience is something I'm looking for. Okay, now look at that. All right, we're gonna have to talk more about the wheel later. Look at this right off in the distance. We got a little bit of a sparkly. This is what we are heading for. So let's. What was that? Did I hit something else? Whatever. I don't care. All right, so we're gonna drive into these sparkles, and looks like we stop the engine and press the following key to travel through the portal. All right, let's see what we got. All right, that's a pretty. That was a quick load time, and all right, we are officially in Winterland. All right, let's pop out and see if there's a map for this. There is a map. Awesome. So here's our 5 different depots. We got the Chocolate Factory, where we're going, Arts Workshop, Town Square, Mountain Resort, and Post Office. And it looks like each one of these different depots has a viewpoint, so we're going to hit all of those. Yeah, this is pretty cool. And I did read about this. SCS Software will repeat events each year. You know, like the Halloween event or something. They'll do a similar thing every year. My understanding is that this is the first time that this event has happened. This is not something they've done before, which doesn't surprise me, because this is pretty elaborate. I don't think I've ever seen like that sort of. It's a little pocket dimension that we're inside of here. So, yeah, and check out the snow. If you listen too, here, listen to this. You can hear the snow as you're driving. Let's pop my head out again. Oh, yeah. That's okay. Don't do that. All right, we'll keep our head in the cabin. But you can hear the tires on the snow. That's pretty nice. I wonder if you can like, does it skid? Oh yeah, it does. Whoa. Okay, so we don't want to go too fast. I sense great fun to be having from this. Oh, look at that. That was awesome. I have never played around with any of the winter mods for these games, but I had heard that when you install some of these, that the ice and things that they introduce can be really slippery, but I'd never actually experienced it before. So that's pretty cool. Once I ditch this trailer, I'll have a little bit more fun. Maybe we'll do some donuts or something like that. Because I guess once you do your delivery here, you can either pick up a load at another depot and deliver from here, or you can transport to a city to come back here. So I guess the most efficient way is to just go back and forth, is start at a city, come here, deliver something, go to another depot, pick up something, deliver to another city, and then just kind of, zigzag back and forth between those two things. So let's... Oh my god, it's slippery! Oh my gosh! Yeah, it is. It's really slippery. I am gonna destroy my truck in here. Let's see what kind of damage we got. Oh boy, that's not good. That's gonna be expensive. All right. Yeah, I think we'll mess around a little bit more once we ditch this trailer, but let's get ourselves to our destination before we get going too fast. I would like to, and you can feel the weight pushing you too. I can feel that trailer just shoving us down this path. This is really interesting driving. It's actually bigger than I thought too, so I looked at that map and it didn't look too big. It's just a few roads, but these individual roads are actually really long, and the driving is really fun. And I guess you got to make these roads long, because if you put everything too close together, it gets too easy. It would be too simple to just zip from one place to another inside here, and you just get stuff done quick. This is great. It's really pretty. All right. I do need to slow down, though. My instinct to drive fast is not a healthy instinct in this place. All right, here we go. I think this is we're going to the chocolate factory. All right, hold on, I'm popping out. This is really nice looking here. All right, let's get a nice little screenshot of this. It's kind of dim in here. It's hard. I can't see how you get just like nice blue sky, but that's all right. I guess maybe they want the lights to show up pretty nicely in here. All right, that is perfect. All right. We got some billboards on the left here. What does that say? Merry Christmas, and what's the next one say? It says Wonderland 2024. All right. You're going to have to excuse me. I'm getting a lot of screenshots today. Maybe I'll edit some of this out so you don't have to keep watching. Where am I going? Where is it? There it is. We're going to get one of this. All right, that's enough screenshots. So now my question is, there's no gas stations in here, and there are no rest. Let's double check that, but yeah, there's no gas stations and there's nowhere to sleep in here. So I wonder, since we're in another dimension anyway, I wonder if fuel consumption and fatigue are shut off while you're in here. Like, I just rested and filled up the gas tank at the end of the last episode anyway, so I don't know, but I suppose we'll see if that moves at all while we're in here. It is, the drive is a little, yeah, we still have 20 miles to go. So I'm gonna bet that there's no fuel consumption or anything in here, because otherwise you'd end up getting stuck. If you ran out of gas or your guy fell asleep, normally what happens is you pay a fine and you get transported to a gas station or a rest area, but there is nowhere to transport you to here. So either they're not doing simulation and fuel, or you're going to end up getting transported back out into the real world somewhere, maybe close to where you went in. But if I was betting, I would say that there's probably no fuel consumption. If anybody knows, please. What did I? Headlights? How could there be cops here? This is supposed to be like the Christmas Winterland, and the cops are around? Come on. All right. Yeah. So if anybody knows, put in a comment, because I'm not sure, and I don't remember reading anything about it. All right. There we go. And I see the viewpoint coming up on the right. And there's our destination. So yeah, this place is pretty big. I've been driving for a while to get over here. We basically crossed it from north to south, and it was a sizable number of miles. We got posted. All right, let's head over here and see what this has to show us. Great Southern Station. So everything's been named. Oh, that's nice. They're playing music. Yeah, they're playing their their pseudo version of Walking in a Winter Wonderland, which they probably don't. I don't think that song's in the public domain, so they probably can't use it. So they have to, you know, riff on the tune a little bit, but that certainly sounded a little familiar. All right. And the train's going through again, so those trains are actually running pretty frequently. The train just went past when we arrived. All right, there we go. That is some deep snow. Look at that. So, many years ago, I went to, for a year, I went to school in upstate New York, right up near Canada. So, like, I know what a lot of snow looks like, and yeah, it looked like that. Those big, the sides of the road looks much worse than this, but like those really deep drifts and things like that, there's a lot of snow here. It's beautiful, but boy, it's a pain to shovel. Driving can be fun, but you do need to be careful. It can be pretty dangerous too. If you have too much fun, you're gonna run into something. So you do have to. Oh, look at this. That is great. Marigold's Chocolate Factory. All right. Now I'm assuming they're gonna have some nice, challenging parking. They are. Confirm. All right, we're gonna just pull a U-turn, and we're gonna see if we can get ourselves in a good position here. This slippery snow is gonna make it really interesting. All right, that is too short to just pull forward, so I'm gonna need to get past here and over about there somewhere. About there. I think that's good. All right, I'm gonna start it up now. Yeah. I don't know about that. That may have actually been a little too... I should have pulled forward a little bit more. Yeah, Yeah, that's not gonna make it. I'm way off. Way off, way off. Yeah, that's... it's going to be quicker to just start over. Give myself more room to make an actual proper turn. I should have given myself more room. Let's pull forward. Alright, there we go. Forward again, but we almost have it. We're in good shape. There we go. Perfect. Should be able to just pull forward now and then basically back straight up, or almost back straight up. Really? I think I should have gotten credit for that. Well, maybe not. It's pretty bad. All right. There we go. This should be easier than this, but this is kind of frustrating. It actually looks it's easy. This is not a difficult thing to do, and yet I am having the worst time of it. And as I said, I'm not editing these things out now. All right, there we go. That ought to do it. There we go. Oof. That took 3 times as long as it should. All right, so we finished that delivery. That was rough. Sorry about that. That had to be maddening to watch. $4,000, 188 XP, very little experience. We didn't even make level 8, but we advanced the personal goals. Let's go ahead and hit continue. Yep. 1 unique depot and 1 delivery. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and drive over to, let's see. Now I see why they make these roads so long now. So like, here's the question. Do I just drive here and leave and go pick something up, or do I drive to another one of these things? So let's go ahead and go to the mountain resort. That sounds kind of interesting, actually. I'll bet that's a long, interesting drive. All right, we're gonna do that. Yeah, it's 46 miles up to this mountain resort. So we're gonna go drive over there. We're gonna pick up a delivery and then head out. Now, what I'm interested in finding out next is that once I pick up my delivery, like, does it let me choose the town? You know what I mean? Like, what are the town's choices going to be? And then do all the portals dump me out near the town that I'm going to? Or is it random? Will I end up in like another state and I have to drive halfway across the country to drop this thing off? I am kind of interested in the technical side of this, how the portals work. I'm figuring it's probably not going to be too mean to you. I think you're going to pick a town that you want to drop off in, and then all the portals probably drop you, 50 miles outside of town or something like that. So you got a little bit of a drive, but not too bad. And this is much more fun without the trailer on the back. I can kind of, let's see what we can do. Yeah. Oh, geez, this thing sticks to the road now without all that extra weight. shoving me around. All right, so yeah, since we have a little bit of a drive here, we can talk about the wheel. So we can go back to talking about the wheel, which I was discussing before we ended up in here. So I'd gotten a question from one of the viewers asking if, you know, or basically mentioning that getting a wheel does a lot for, oh my gosh, does a lot for immersion. And that is actually something that I've been thinking about doing, is I really would like to make the driving experience much more realistic by getting a wheel, a set of pedals, and a shifter. I probably would drive for a little while just on automatic before introducing the shifter and the clutching and all that. Just getting used to using a wheel. I haven't driven with a wheel in a video game in a good long while. Mostly at arcades. I'm trying to remember if I've ever actually even owned one, maybe. But if I did, it was ages ago. So, I do have one picked out that I'd like to get. It's the Logitech G29, which is kind of like the nice one before you start to spend a ton of money. I'm not spending thousands of dollars on a wheel for driving the truck driving games. So the G29 is a pretty popular one. I could get one that will work with my, oh my god, look at that, look at the snow, how tall that is. I can get one that will also work on my Xbox. I was looking on Facebook Marketplace, and there are used ones available. New, I think it costs something, it is still expensive, it's like $300 or something like that for a set of new ones. And I'm not even sure if that includes the shifter or not. Like, that might be another $100 or something. But used, I was seeing them for like half that. Like, I saw some really nice condition ones for like $150. And I'm still mulling it over. Do I want to spend the money or not? I probably will. But I haven't fully decided. But chances are, if I do buy one of these, then it is going to be a used one, because yeah, $300 that's a lot. And it's hard for me to just justify spending that if I can get it used for half that. And honestly, you know, unless somebody's been beating on these things, they tend to last a long time, as long as it's not too old. So what do we got here? This is a mountaintop resort. Got a nice restaurant. Yeah, and they're playing the same song here. And they are playing Jingle Bells. Jingle Bells is in the public domain, so you can play Jingle Bells. This looks like a nice ski resort. There's your spa. There's all your mountains. There's your little chateaus that you would be staying in. You got your snowmen. What does that say? Snowy Peaks Market. Snowy Peaks Market, where you can buy all your whatever. The restaurant to get a burger. Okay, there's the ski lifts. It is a ski lift. There's the ski lifts in the background. I can't see any skiers. And those ski lifts, yeah, they seem to be going in the wrong direction. They look like they're going downhill, and I don't see any going uphill. But I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice setup. We're gonna go a little further forward, and we're gonna find the thing to pick up a job, and then we're gonna figure the rest of this out. We're gonna pick a town. If they have one of the cities that we haven't visited yet in Kansas, that would be ideal. Junction City and I can't remember the name of the last one. I'd recognize it if I saw it. But if one of those shows up, I'm going to pick it, and I'm going to see if we can get credit for that event as well. So let's go to external contracts and mountain resort to... Oh, okay. So we can actually choose our destination. So we either want to go to Junction City or Phillipsburg. That's the other one. Let's choose Junction City. Does it let me pick one? Ah, no, I was hoping I could choose right here. All right. Well, okay. I guess we're going to have to choose off here. So we got New Mexico, Oklahoma, Washington. Is there any Kansas, Utah, New Mexico? Here's Topeka. We've already visited Topeka, but we'll probably pick that anyway and Wichita. Topeka is 65 miles. Wichita's 70. What is that? 4,700, 4,700. 58. Mountain Fun gift packs. Mountain Fun gift packs. All right, we'll go to Wichita. Wichita's is a cooler city than Topeka, I guess. All right, so let's begin delivery. And I am going to guess that we'll now get a route to a specific portal. Ew. Oh my. Let's turn this around. Well, hello there. Look at that. I got the lights right in her eyes. Look at that. Right in her eyes. And she doesn't care. That's a little creepy. All right, we're going to leave you alone. I don't trust you. Let's... There we go. Got it. All right. Now we need to head down the mountain. And I am actually not getting any GPS directions, so that probably means that we can just pick any portal that we want and go there. So let's pick this one since we haven't been there yet. I'd like to see as much of the scenery in here as I can while we're doing this event. All right, so we got a little bit of a drive ahead of us. So I will go ahead and chill out a little while, let you guys relax and take in the scenery. have arrived at the portal, and according to what that map looked like, it's going to dump us out about just south of Wichita, which is where we're supposed to deliver this. All right, there we go. Let's get a look at this. Let's get a look at this. All right, let me pull forward a little bit here. There we go. So we are now, as I said, just south of Wichita, where we're dropping off. It looks like, yeah, 45 miles. So not bad. So we drove, yeah, that was the total distance. The mileage it gave us for that was 60 some miles, and so we drove 20 inside the portal and 45 outside. So yeah, that's pretty cool. This is gonna, right here when we drop this thing off, that's gonna give us 2 unique depots and 2 out of 15 deliveries. It's gonna advance us there, which is great. It is gonna take a while to do all 15 of these. Like I said, I'm going to figure out how to work these together with the Kansas deliveries. I'm not going to make a whole bunch of episodes of just doing this over and over again. I will get this together with going around Kansas as much as I can. So next episode, what I'll do is I will probably drive to Junction City, which is a city we have yet to deliver from, and then we're going to test it, because you have to make a delivery of over 100 miles in order to get credit for that. So we're going to hopefully find a way to make a drop-off, take 100 miles, and theoretically get credit for that achievement when we drop off inside this other world. I really don't know how that's all is going to work out. Hopefully it works out well. If you can't get these 2 events to work together, that's going to be kind of a pain in the butt. Because I'm gonna likely have to grind out a bunch of these off camera, because I'm pretty sure you're not gonna want to watch me just doing this over and over and over again. So we'll do some experimenting next episode and see how that all works. But I will say, so far, this is a pretty fun event. I like it. It's unique. I do like the little pocket world that you're driving into. The look is really nice. It doesn't look like anywhere else in the game. It's got a unique look and feel, which I do appreciate. And I like the slippery roads. Those are really fun. It makes it kind of challenging when you're inside there pulling one of these trailers, because these trailers are not light. You can feel it. They've got a lot of weight behind you, which is, of course, an indication that it's time for me to get a new truck. And we did talk about doing that, too. So this event put that off a little bit, but not for long. We are going to get back to doing all those things as well. This event runs until the middle of January, so there's plenty of time to get it finished. There's no need for me to just sit there and try and muscle through it all over the first week. So we should be able to do lots of interesting things up through mid-January and get everything accomplished that we need to get accomplished. So sitting at this light reminds me of something else that someone had told me in the comments. Last episode, I had pulled a right-hand turn by pulling up onto the grass, and I got a traffic offense for running the red light. Whereas the episode before, I'd kind of done the same thing, driving up onto the grass on a red light and driving around everybody and just going right, and it let me get away with it. My initial thought was that, where is this place? Is it right here? Or is it further down? Wait, I'm going to peek a little bit right here. It's down there. Yeah, my first thought was maybe there was a cop sitting there this time and there wasn't last time. Somebody in the comments told me that the reason is because I didn't stop. That even if you go up on the grass and things like that, it knows if you stop or not. And oh boy, which way should I go here? We'll go this way. Yeah, so I'm gonna experiment with that too. Next time we got a red light and there's a bunch of people in front of me and I'm gonna go right, I'm gonna kind of like stop behind the traffic first, and then I will drive up and around and then see about. That is not the drop-off point. Where am I? Well, yeah, then I'll see if I get a ticket or not, because I thought that was kind of interesting. It's like, oh, okay, if you just treat it as if you aren't driving on the grass, it won't ticket you. So we're going to give that a shot next time. I do appreciate that. That's a great little tip. If that ends up working out how I'm seeing it in my head, that'll save me a lot of time, because I do hate the red lights. There we go. That's what we're looking at. Confirm. And let's see how this goes. So I did the easy parking really horribly earlier. This is quite a bit more challenging. I am hoping that I can redeem myself right here. I don't know. All right, let's take a look at what we got. All right, I know I'm gonna have to pull forward again. I'm gonna get that trailer heading over in that direction and then pull forward to give myself more room. All right, let's see. Let's start getting it over there. Make sure I'm not gonna hit anything. Perfect. And avoid this. And once I get my front end around here, I can kind of pull forward again and give myself a little bit of room. All right, there we go. Now let's pull forward. Now, much better, much better, much better. We're around that corner. I don't know if we're gonna hit the fence. Yeah, there we go. We just bumped into something. All right, let's pull forward. We're in a pretty decent position now. There we go. There. Nope. I gotta get closer to that corner. Perfect. Ah. All right, not bad. Still going to need to pull forward, but I have gotten myself around the building there that I was avoiding. Now we can kind of go straight. And parking is not going well today, but we are getting there. Bingo. Whew. All right, that was pretty painful too. 2 bad parking jobs. Let's see. We've got, oh, look at that. We got like a parking challenge achievement there. Interesting. All right, so we have made it to level 9 and we got another 4,700. Let's go ahead and spend our next point. Let us go with, normally I put more into long distance, but we're still doing a lot of short drives around Kansas, so long distance isn't going to help us much. Getting more money for the high value and fragile cargo is going to be more immediately useful, so we'll go ahead and take that. All right, that was it. Okay, so that was actually pretty fun. I like the new event. I think it's going to mesh really well with what we're doing in Kansas. Like I said, I'm not going to just grind this event out. This lasts for a month. Getting through 15 deliveries is going to take a little while anyway, so we're going to just go ahead and weave this in with all the deliveries that we're going to do through Kansas, trying to finish up those achievements. You can see right there up on top, we got 2 unique depots and 2 total deliveries. I still don't know if those total deliveries need to be 2 unique cities. We'll find out. I'm sure at some point I'm going to deliver to the same place twice, and if we don't get credit, then we'll know. Otherwise, once again, if you enjoyed this episode, I'd ask that you like, subscribe, hit the little notification bell so you can know when I'm putting out new videos. I am trying to regularly put videos out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays afternoon Eastern Time. And I am Ken with Covenant Gaming saying, see you next time.